Welcome to 843 TV. Today we are coming to you out at the Beaufort Commerce Park, and you can see this great construction site ready to happen.
And I'd like to introduce you to JOToole, who's the Executive Director of the EDC here in Beaufort County. And we have a great show today because we are interviewing a lot of people that are making this project happen and also being part of what you do in our county.
Absolutely. It's a privilege to have Mayor Stephen Murray on the program today. We have Sandy Steele with the Southern Carolina Alliance, and then Kevin Warner, who's with Magnus Development Corp.
We're looking forward to a great episode of 843 TV,
where communities come to speak.
.843 TV, where the Lowcountry comes to speak. .843 TV,
where communities come to speak. And welcome to 843 TV, and I'm delighted to introduce you to Mayor Stephen Murray, and we are at the Magnus groundbreaking right behind us. This is a really big project for our community because we are bringing communities into our state and into our county. So Mayor, nice to see you.
Yeah, good to see y'all. Thank you for having me on.
What's your perspective on what happened this morning?
Well, it's a very exciting day. Long time coming, about 10 years. City's been working on the Commerce Park, making improvements, trying to get a spec building here to bring in advanced manufacturing. And really what it's about, while we're celebrating bricks and mortar, it's about creating economic opportunity for our citizens, higher wage jobs for our people, those of us who have to work in order to live in Beaufort County, but also providing some tax-based diversity and some sustainability for us long-term. So really exciting day to see this project move forward and come out of the ground.
For those who are not aware, give us an idea of, in relation to where we are now, in relation to other things that people would be familiar with.
Yeah, so we are right in the middle of Beaufort Commerce Park. It's about 180 acres approximately, the city-owned park. We bought about 8 years ago. We're only a few miles from Marine Corps Air Station Beaufort. We're about 18 miles from I-95, and we're just a few miles from downtown Beaufort. So central location, really high ground, 32 feet, 33 feet, but in an area where we've deemed, again, advanced manufacturing, distribution, a different type of sort of industry than what you might see around other parts of Beaufort County. So this is the Beaufort Commerce Park.
And we need that in Beaufort County.
We do. I mean, we're primarily a tourism, hospitality, and military-driven community, and both of those economic sectors are really great and important for us, right? And so we're not trying to displace those things, but we do think it's kind of a two-legged stool. And so adding this type of diversity into our tax base and into opportunity for people is really important because it's building out that third leg of our stool.
I totally agree with you, but also this facility is a 65,000 square foot building, I should say, right? And what it's nice is that it can be divided any way we want it to be, and we can bring in any kind of particular businesses you're looking for. But
yeah, I think, what's great about this is we got Magnus Development Group, who have just a remarkable reputation around the state building these types of projects. They've been very successful in other areas. So I think we're fortunate to have them here and have them making an investment. They've got a great real estate team behind them that helps find the right prospect, the right person. And so it's going to be a Class A space, unlike anything else you've seen in this region. But it's also flexible so that we can custom fit that to the right advanced manufacturer, the right tenant. It's the targets that the Economic Development Corporation, the City of Beaufort, are looking for.
But explain your partnership with the economic development. How has that been profitable over the years now, right?
Yeah, well, economic development is a team sport. Mm-hmm. And,
yes.
That's that old, it takes a village to raise a child. Well, it takes a village to be successful in economic development. And I think one of the things I'm most proud of, I was the founding chairman of the Beaufort County Economic Development Corporation, now the mayor of the city. We have this just amazing coalition of all these stakeholders, the private sector with folks like Magnus. We've got all the educational institutions at the table, all 4 municipalities, Beaufort County. It really is everybody working together to make projects like this and to make our accomplishments of our goals towards economic development possible. So I think that's something our community ought to be proud of, that everybody's working as a team. And so it's Team Beaufort County.
Exactly. I love that.
I agree with you 100% because we've been covering a lot here in Beaufort County and we've been watching you for the years, and we even got through COVID together, and how all of a sudden past COVID we have now just gone out of the chute and things are coming around and prospering. And I have to say this community does work well together. I mean, it is a team. And I really feel every time we communicate with everybody, you feel it. And so that says a lot about everybody's respect and how you go about doing business.
Yeah.
So as the mayor, what do you think in the next 2 years ahead of us with all the development going on?
Well, I think it's a really exciting time. I also think it's important to draw sort of the distinction between the types of development. So, retail and commercial development that's happening around our region, which I think some residents have some concern over, sort of happening organically and naturally. And the government doesn't really subsidize or assist in ways that just sort of takes care of itself. This is a different type of economic development, a different type of development than what we've historically seen. And so I think the public sector has decided that we need to have a certain interest here, a certain role in helping set the table to catalyze this that's really historically has never happened in Beaufort County. Because again, for us, it's about creating a different type of economic opportunity, higher wage jobs for our people to augment our current economic base.
And you all have received some grants, some state grants for this project. Is that correct?
We have, and so the Department of Commerce, this isn't, the team isn't just in Beaufort County. The Southern Carolina Alliance and the resources that they bring to the table, the Department of Commerce, the folks at our state delegation, we've brought a pile of money from the state of South Carolina into the Commerce Park and into Beaufort County in grants and incentives, which is important because Beaufort County taxpayers, we send money to Columbia. It's been used to economically develop other areas of the state. And so I think it's past time that some of those resources start to come back to Beaufort.
So Team Carolina as well as South Carolina, right?
I got my South Carolina socks
There
on,
you
so
go.
I'm a proud South Carolina boy.
And one other important factor I want to talk about before we end our time together is that the education in our community. That has been a very important part. We've interviewed many of the educators here who are right in line with JOToole and the EDC, where they want to bring in the proper education to facilitate people to be educated to fulfill the positions that they need. And that's a big part of it as well. Don't you agree?
Absolutely. So there's a group called the World Economic Forum. They put out a Future of Jobs report every other year. So I encourage viewers to go take a look at that. It's available online for free. But they talk a lot about how fast the world is moving and how fast economic opportunity and advancement is just rapidly changing. And so it's really important for local government, for the private sector, for education to be working hand in hand. And so I think this model that we're trying to build in Beaufort County, where we're all sort of linked together, because education is absolutely critical. The jobs of the future are going to require more and more brain power. And so I think we're also fortunate that we've got Frank Rodriguez at Beaufort County School District, Al Panu at University of South Carolina Beaufort, and Dr. Rich Goff at TCL. We're also blessed to have great educational partners here in the region.
And it's a great team. I enjoy interviewing everybody every time we come along. So Lisa, we want to thank him so much for joining us.
Yes, and it's been a pleasure to be out here today at the site, and we look forward to seeing the progress. And we look forward to having you stick here. We'll be back with more 843 TV.